try to play my part.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam, and if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can join the family. So today I am doing, as you guys read in the title, my first deployment as a Navy girlfriend. So I have done a video prior to this. I don't really do a lot of Navy videos, but I did a video on my experience as a Navy girlfriend, boot camp edition, and so many of you guys have gotten back to me with your experiences, with your questions, and just told me how much the video helped you. So I decided to do this video on the first deployment because, you know, it's not something that everyone goes through. It's not something that everyone understands, and I just hope this video helps more of you. And I'm pretty sure if your boyfriend was in boot camp, he's probably now on duty somewhere, maybe in your hometown or maybe deployed. So let's get to the video. I have certain tips and I guess what's helped me the most. Everyone's experience in deployment is going to be different because it depends where your boyfriend goes or your husband. It depends where he's deployed, and it depends, you know, if he's on a ship or if he's inland. Well, for my boyfriend, he is overseas and he is in a base. So I would say the first thing that really hinders your relationship, it's a time difference. You know, the time difference, he's an 8-hour time difference. Well, right now, since the time changed, he's a 9-hour difference. So definitely that's something that you have to get used to, because I was used to talking to my boyfriend every single day for the whole day, you know, and that obviously changed because while I was asleep, he was awake. While he was asleep, I was awake. So we only had about an hour or two to talk before I went to bed, and that really depends on what time he works. So for my boyfriend, he is an MA, which means he's a police officer in the base, so he does guards and stuff. He guards the base and stuff like that, kind of like a watchman. His shifts work, he either works the morning shift or the night shift. And when he first got there, he was quarantined for 14 days, which it didn't really make a difference because he was still sleeping at whatever time he wanted. He was still waking up at whatever time he wanted. So the time difference wasn't as big, although he tried to get used to the new time. We really talked every day, all day. But once he actually started working, he started working the morning shifts. So this is when our time differences were completely opposite. And at that time, we couldn't, like I mentioned, we couldn't really talk. We could only talk about 2 hours per day and kind of text here and there, but it was very minimal. So that was kind of really hard for me. But what me and my boyfriend did when he was in the morning shifts is that we started to schedule dates. So he was off, and let's say they worked 4 days. For my boyfriend, he was off 2 or 3 days every week. So on those days, we would schedule a time that we could have a little date through FaceTime, where it was basically just being on FaceTime. Either we would both eat something, or we would both just set a time apart to be on FaceTime with each other, just the two of us. And that's where we were catching up throughout the week, just basically a date. We would just talk about what's been going on through our minds, what's been happening, you know, because you don't see them anymore. So you want to know their day, you want to know their friends, you want to know everything. So it's just a time to a quality time basically. So I would say that's very important. If you don't get to talk to him every single day, definitely schedule dates where you just have an hour or two to catch up on what's been going on in each other's lives. Because there's so many things that sometimes you don't remember that you haven't told them until you're going on a conversation and you're oh yeah, I remember this. And they're no, you haven't told me. So it's just important to set that time apart to just open up basically. And that leads me to communication. I've said this so many times, but communication is so important. Not only, you know, when they're deployed is important in a relationship period, but when your husband or boyfriend is deployed, you definitely need to communicate everything. Me and Henry have, you know, obviously it's a hard time for us. You know, the pandemic hit right when he was leaving, so everything is different. I can't just go visit him. He can't just come visit me. It's a lot different, you know. So definitely communicating our struggles, communicating what we like, what we don't like is very important, because many times they don't know and you don't know what's bothering them. And it's just very important to tell them everything. So for example, for me, my boyfriend kept telling me how oh, I'm going to be there for 2 years. And then he was oh, well, after this, I'm going to go here and I'm going to go there. He was just kind of telling me his ideas. And in his sense, it wasn't wrong, but to me, I'm about to graduate college, so I'm really thinking what the hell am I gonna do in my life, you know, where am I gonna go, where I'm gonna apply for jobs, all of this. And we were just in two different worlds, seeing two different things, but still including each other in each other's lives, but just in a different way, you know, because when you're apart, you start start developing different ideas, and although you include each other in your ideas, you have to really communicate that idea to like make it into one. I don't know if that's like too deep, but it is very important, you know, because you might be right now like working at a job that you want to live there like your whole life, this is your dream job, whatever, and then he's like, well, we're gonna get deployed to like Washington or something like after these 2 years. So you really have to talk about, you know, not only this deployment but what comes after that, you know, really communicate your ideas, what you want in life, what you want, because obviously if you're with your boyfriend through deployment, you better want to marry that dude, you know, and stay with him for the rest of your life, because this is not easy. This is not something you do just for fun, just to be with somebody. Like, this is hard work and dedication. So definitely communicate everything, communicate your new ideas. He's gonna be deployed for 2 years, my boyfriend. I don't know how long your boyfriend's gonna be deployed for, but those 2 years really shape a person. Right now he's been in for 3 months, but even these 3 months, intense months of just a new lifestyle, of new ideas, of a new you, basically. Like, you're still the same you, but you just develop new things that you want in life. So in that time of development, it's very important that you guys communicate everything, and just come to an agreement of, you know what, well, I want this, well, you want that, well, we can come together here. And whatever that is in your life. I know I went a little deep and ranted a little bit, but I do think that is very important, because if you guys start drifting your views, you're going to end up drifting apart, because you're going to end up wanting different things. And that is just not, it's not worth the stress. It's not worth it. If you're getting through deployment, then you'll get through life with him. I feel that 100%. But yeah, just definitely just tell them everything. Communicate everything. Even communicate things that you don't like that they do. Like, let's say they only text you like at nights, and you're like, well, I really wish like you would text me at least in the morning when you're about to go to work, or like something small, whatever it is, just tell them, and you guys will fix it as a couple. Every couple is different, but just whatever bothers you, whatever is on your mind, make sure you tell them, because they can't read minds. So yeah, communication. I know that was a little of a rant, but whatever. Like I mentioned, since COVID happened, we can't really just travel and see each other. First of all, because of like, we can't travel. Like, that's just first thing first. But then secondly, if you are able to travel, it's because of like an emergency or something that you really have to do. And even if you do end up traveling, you're gonna have to, like, the country that you go to, you're gonna have to be quarantined for 14 days. And then you're gonna have to like spend some time there, and then when you come back, you're gonna have to be quarantined for 14 days. So really, it's not worth it, because you're gonna be quarantined for so long that you can't even really take a month off just to go be like, I'm gonna take a month off to be in quarantine for like a whole month and then just be there for 5 days, you know? So the travel really sucks right now. So FaceTime is your best friend. Zoom with your boyfriend. I swear that helps so much, because when you Zoom, you guys can watch a movie together, you guys can see the same screen, you guys can just be on the same page. Travel right now is not really applicable. He might be able to come, not for Christmas, after Christmas, but it's just, you know, you're just gonna have to suck it up and do long distance, because although it's hard, travel is not the best ideal right now at the moment, and although it sucks, I'd rather be safe than sorry. If I do end up traveling to go see him, I'll definitely do a vlog on that, and I'll explain how it works. But as of right now, just stay home, just FaceTime him, Zoom him, you know, just cope with what you got. I know you miss him, but just, you know, just be safe. Another thing that goes with the travel, other than being quarantined and all of that, is their leave days. Their leave days are obviously kind of like a normal job, but a little bit different, because they are like kind of like on call, or it depends what his job is. But let's say he has like 14 days to travel. He can't just choose like, oh, I'm gonna like get 14 days off on Christmas, you know? It's like they have this whole section of people that they need to like get leave on, and since he's like new, it's his first deployment and everything, he doesn't get priority. So the people that get priority are the people that have been there for, you know, 3 years, 4 years, that are about to like leave the Navy. They get priority. So if your boyfriend is their first deployment, they are probably not going to be home for Christmas. They're probably not going to be home for like the days that you want them to be. And honestly, you know, I understand, it comes with the job. Whoever has been there the longest probably miss their family the most, and your boyfriend is like freshly in a new city, and he's just fresh, you know, although he might miss home, he's not as homesick as other people. So you just really have to be, you know, put a thick coat on and just be strong, because at the end of the day, they're right. If your husband was there for like 3 years and they sent a dude that just got there home, you would be mad, you know? So just kind of like cope with it, and just Make new dates, send him something for Christmas. So gifts are definitely important. Make sure you're sending him, like, although we're not in boot camp anymore, send him a care package or send him a letter or just send him like something so that he feels like home, because he doesn't ever have anything over there. Send him gifts, or send him just, I don't know, text or a letter, or just send him a care package. Send him something. I know it's expensive because it's overseas, but just make the effort and do little things here and there. Maybe you don't even have to mail something. Maybe you could just, like, I know for my boyfriend, I post him a lot on, like, Twitter, and I post him a lot on Instagram. I'm like, I miss you, I love you. And that honestly makes him feel better, because it's like, I'm not acting like I don't have a boyfriend. Everyone knows I have a boyfriend. Everyone knows I miss him. And although it's like a public thing, that does make him feel better, because it makes him feel like he has someone waiting for him at home. So definitely just make him known. Let him know that you're proud of him in random times. Even if he's not sad, or even if he's not, like, going through it, just, like, randomly text him and be like, I'm so proud of you. I do that a lot. I just randomly text him. I'm like, I'm so proud of you for, like, standing up for what you wanted and actually going through it. I don't know why I want to cry. Just, like, let him know that you're proud of them. Why am I getting, like, teary? I don't know. At random. But yeah, just let him know that you're proud of them, because many times they're like, damn, like, I made a mistake, you know, like, I shouldn't have joined the Navy, I shouldn't have done this. And it's like normal thoughts. Why am I, like, tearing? Like, Gary, wanna cry? I don't understand. But yeah, many times they have doubts of what they've done. So just make sure you're supportive. Make sure, I know not all the time you're not going to be like, I love the Navy, you know, but just sometimes you have to be the stronger person and just be like, I'm with you throughout whatever you do, and just letting them know that you support them is very important. You know, your words matter so much. Like, yes, you can send a care package, which obviously is going to be amazing, but also make sure with your words that you reassure them, like, I love you and I'm going to be here, you know, till the end. Like, I'm here to, like, stay with you, and just really let them know that you're a support system to them, because that is very important when they don't have, I know they have friends over there, but they're not family, you know, they're not the love of their life. Me, you know, just the words matter. So just let them know you're proud of them. Another thing I wanted to talk about is going to be, don't listen to negative people. So there's going to be a lot of people that are going to tell you, are you sure you're going to do this? You know, they're going to be like, oh girl, he's going to be gone for 2 years and you're going to stay. They're going to make you feel like, why are you doing this? Is it even worth it? So those people, you need to get away from those people, because it will get to you. If you start thinking about everything that could go wrong, so many things can go wrong. But if you focus on the future that you're going to have with this person, then you're going to have something to look forward to. If you hang around negative people that are, like, judging you for even doing this, you know, first of all, are they even your friends? Because they should be supportive. But just if you have that negativity, if it's your parents, if it's whoever, just tune them out, you know, tune them out. And they don't know your relationship with your boyfriend. They don't know what your plans are with him. They don't know anything. Like, your relationship with him, it's you and him. So don't let anyone come between that, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because there is going to be people that are going to be like, oh, like, you're going to do that, you're going to do this, because it's very easy to doubt it. It's very easy to be like, oh, like, that's hard. Like, yes, it's hard, but it's not impossible. So just stay strong and don't listen to negative thoughts. And if you ever need a boost or something, you know, I always say this, I leave my Instagram link down below, and I'll put it here, so you can talk to me. I'm someone that's going through it, and you definitely need that, which leads me to community. I've said this since my boot camp girlfriend video. Community is so important, and it doesn't always have to be a community of Navy wives. Although if you get Navy wives, Navy girlfriends, obviously that's going to help you on another level, because they're all going through the same thing. But if you don't have that, because I don't have that, my only friend that is in the Navy, she's with her husband right now in Washington, so she's with him. Although I do talk to her, she's physically with him, so it's a lot different than what I'm going through. But for me, definitely, I always mention my dance girls, my dance friends, and my friends, period, my family, you know, they've been my support system. So just make sure you have, and by a support system, I don't mean you always have to talk about, like, your boyfriend and stuff. I just mean people that are there when you need them, you know, people that are gonna, like, boost your confidence up when you feel sad, people that are gonna be there on, like, hard days, like your anniversary, or like Christmas, or like even Halloween, you know, like my friends were here with me for Halloween, and it just makes you feel better. So definitely have that community that you can count on, and that community that you can be vulnerable with. Like, definitely, even if it's 2 or 3 people, or if it's 10 people, if it's your mom, if it's your dad, whoever it is, just have that person or those people that you can talk to, that you can just vent to. You do need that, you know, you just still need affection from people, you still need love, you're a human being, so you still need to be heard, you still need to be like a vent, you still need attention basically from like someone physically there. So definitely feel that with like me. Like I said, I talk to my mom and my dad, like they help me out so much. I visit them like every weekend and they just make me feel at home, they make me feel loved, they make me feel like it's okay, you know. And my dad's friends just like help me to just get distracted. Getting distracted is so important. Just spending the time apart to do fun things is important. Just get your support group, go out with your friends, go out with the girls, have a girls' night, you know, is important for sure. I don't want to make this video too long, but I think the last thing I want to talk about that I always talk about is God. So definitely stay praying. Prayer, let me just, you know, if you're not a Christian, if you're not anything at all, I just want to say, you know, prayer has power, and building a relationship with God has helped me and my boyfriend so much as well. So I'll leave that as my last point. It's just, for me, before you tune out, don't listen to me. I'm doing this video because it's helped me and I hope it helps you. Really, I have this like a prayer group. I know it sounds weird, but I have this prayer group that I go to like every Tuesday, and just going in that environment where everyone's just like, I don't know, like praying, it just brings me peace, you know, to like worship and to pray, and like all of that just brings me so much peace of mind, peace of heart. So I would definitely say pray, because sometimes even when you have a support group and even when you have people around you, you just need God to fill the void that no one else can, like not even your boyfriend. So definitely keep praying, keep on worshiping, keep on like reading the Bible, keep on doing whatever you can with God. I don't know, God just helps me a lot with my peace of mind. I just tell him everything, and you know, I pray in a very different way. Sometimes I pray like, yeah, Jesus, in Jesus' name, you know, and sometimes I'm like, God, like, what are you doing? Like, I don't understand what's going on, why is this happening, you know. Just talk to him and he listens. So I just wanted to leave it off with that. Prayer has power. And I love you guys so much. I really hope this helped. I hope I didn't just rant on and like didn't even make sense out of it. But I love you guys so much. If you liked and enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you are going through the deployment yourself, please leave a comment down below and let me know. And like I said, I'll leave my Instagram so you guys can DM me with your thoughts, your ideas, your anything really that you have, prayer requests, like anything at all. I am open to it, and I hope this helps somebody. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.